right, we got some breaking news coming in. One of the top recruits in the country has been considering Penn State for a long time. His name is Micah Parsons, and we just found out that Parsons, who is also considering Ohio State and Nebraska, is indeed now officially a Nittany Lion. That means Penn State, which already had a top 10, borderline top 5 class, just brought in a 5-star player. This is a guy who decommitted from Penn State in April, but has come back into the fold. This is a huge get for the Penn State program.
He's a complete freak of an athlete. We've seen clips of him playing wide receiver both in games and at 7-on-7s, and he's running by cornerbacks at his size. And you take that athleticism and you put it on the edge, and I think this is a huge pickup for them. They still have some top defensive ends on the board coming down the stretch. It was a position that they needed to fill this month and next month. Micah Parsons, a huge start to that. As you mentioned, a lot of school to recruit in this game.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen a guy with his athleticism. And you talk about running past cornerbacks, not just elite cornerbacks when he played the wide receiver position. You're going to sit here and watch him. They'll be able to line him up anywhere they want to defensively. He's just that talented and that good. It's going to be fun to watch him develop.
And I think it speaks to the early signing day. I mean, it sounds like with him, and I don't know him like you two know him, this could have gone on all the way to February.
Right.
But why? I mean, he had an opportunity. Again, like Kirk Ferentz says, he's not forced to sign today. He had an opportunity. He wanted to put an end to what you two guys probably say is a crazy recruiting experience and sign on December 20th.
And I think the important part, too, is that Penn State stayed involved.
Right,
because after he decommitted,
right.
You know, things weren't all great, but they stayed in it. They really loved the kid. They liked what he could do. And it really speaks to, again, the coaching staff at Penn State that can still get in there and be able to make something like this happen.
The #1 player in a talent-rich state of Pennsylvania, a top 10 player nationally. And if you're that good and you go to the Big Ten, then you get a caricature of yourself. And that's what's happening. We forgot to mention this earlier, but BTN has hired caricature artists who will be drawing some of the big stories of the day. And Micah Parsons is the big breaking news thus far. And our caricature artists are already working on him as, once again, big news early on. A 5-star prospect is off to Penn State yet again.